Hello and welcome to another match preview on Football Talk Podcast. My name's Ozzy and I'm the host for today's show. After a disappointing and embarrassing defeat in the hands of Everton on Wednesday, I think everyone affiliated with the club, whether it's the manager, players, or us, the fans, will want to forget the past and move forward. So the next game that we're going to take place is against West Ham at London Stadium. Another midday kickoff, exactly what you want after a defeat. Now, I've said it in past shows, for me, the title challenge is now dead and buried. So, some may say this game has no relevance to our season. It may not directly have any impact on the title race, but for me, we still need to aim to win, try to get as many points as possible to give Klopp a positive send off. As we may want to pack our bags now, but that's not the right attitude to have. So, let's end the season on a high and celebrate our manager before he leaves the club. So today, let's have a look at West Ham's recent form. I'll then present the team news and also the predicted lineups. So with regards to West Ham, they've not been in the best of forms, to be fair, in the last 5 games. 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 defeats, including the 5-2 thrashing in the hands of Crystal Palace last weekend. But despite that, they're still 8th in the league and possibly on course of qualifying for European football next season once again. So they've been a mixed bag this season, which has also presented some uncertainty with regards to David Moyes and his future at the club. From the outside, I actually think he's done a great job this season. I like the players that they've recruited in Edson Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Paqueta, Mohamed Kudus. So some top talent there, but also the transition of Jared Bowen moving into a striker role has been a masterstroke, as he's been so clinical in front of goal this season. He's scored 15 goals and 5 assists, which is quite remarkable. They've also been linked with one of the managers that Liverpool have been trying to get, Ruben Amorim, but I don't think there's any sort of further discussions with regards to that happening. So in terms of this fixture, this will not be a walk in the park. Having said that, the last time we faced West Ham, we won 5-1 in the Carabao Cup, and we also beat them 3-1 early in the season. But both fixtures were at Anfield, so it won't be an easy task, especially with the current form that we're in. Both teams are coming into the game with poor defeats, so they will both want to bounce back to winning ways. So let's present the team news in terms of West Ham. As I mentioned, Jared Bowen being one of their best players this season, he may actually miss this fixture. He was absent last week against Palace. I don't think he will be fit enough to play due to a back injury. OZZWRLD and Mavropanos will be assessed before being selected for the squad. Areola returns to the squad after recovering from a groin injury, so he's expected to start. With regards to Liverpool, Jota and Bradley are not available for this fixture due to injury. Klopp confirmed in the press conference today that they haven't even started training yet, so there's no way that they'll be in contention to start this week, but may make a return in the following fixtures. Gakpo has trained and is expected to be in the squad after missing the Merseyside derby due to his partner giving birth to their first child. So congrats to Cody and his family. And in terms of other injuries within the Liverpool camp, Thiago, Matip and Ben Doak remain sidelined. So let's go through the predicted lineups. We'll start with the home team, which is West Ham. And then we'll take it from there. So there we go. West Ham normally deploy a 4-2-3-1 formation. So I'm expecting the same setup in this fixture. So as I mentioned, Areola returns from injury. So he should be starting this game, in my opinion. And then in terms of their back four, Emerson, despite scoring the own goal the other day, is pretty much their first choice left back. It could be maybe a different player, maybe Ben Johnson, but I don't think he'll opt for that. I think he'll stick with Emerson there. And then you have Corfal on the right side. And then we've got Zuma on the right side of centre back. And then Agod, I believe, will be fit enough to play. So I'm going to go on the assumption that he will be available for selection. So that would be the back four. Agod, very good on the ball, left-footed, has a good balance to that centre back pair in there. Zuma, very strong. You know, we've seen him from his Chelsea days, but he's a big aerial presence in set pieces. So yeah, we've got to look out for him. Kofar, very strong, solid right back. Bombs down that channel quite a bit. Emerson, a bit more attack minded, so maybe that's a player we're going to regard as a weakness and try and exploit from our right wing. Now, in terms of the double pivot, it's going to be Suchek. If I can spell his name properly. There we go. And then alongside him will be Edson Alvarez. So yeah, so that's a solid double pivot there. Now, in terms of the front three, no major injuries. So Kudus will be playing on the right wing. What a season he's having, by the way. And Paqueta looks like he's destined for Man City next season, but he's still plays for the Hammers right now. So he will be playing on the left side. I would have preferred to have seen him in the middle as a number 10, but the players do seem to interchange. So I think it will be quite a free-flowing advanced three there. And you've got Ward-Prowse. There we go. Ward-Prowse. Probably there due to his passing range and set piece ability as well. So yeah, good pass of the ball. But I think I do see Ward-Prowse and Paqueta interchanging a bit. Paqueta for me should have a free role in this team because he's such a sublime footballer. Even those previous games that I mentioned earlier in the show where we lost 3-1 in the Premier League, he was actually the best player on the pitch. So it shows the kind of level he's at right now. So definitely highly regarded, very strongly linked with Man City. If he goes there, game over once again. But hey, we'll talk about next season when the time comes. And up top, I don't think Jarrod Bowen will be available. If he is, then definitely he starts. So it's going to be Antonio, who's been hot and cold this year. So not sure what West Ham fans will think of it, but that's the only option they have right now. So that is my predicted lineup for West Ham. Strong outfit, double pivot, very strong, very defensive minded. But then you have the creativity coming from Ward-Prowse, Paqueta. I think he'll be having a free role. He won't be an out-and-out winger. He'll be around this sort of area. And then you've got these guys in, and then you've got Ward-Prowse dropping in these kind of positions. And Kudus, I would say, would come in. But he can easily, he can kind of add variation in this play, so he can attack that byline, but he can also come in as well at the same time. So it will end up looking like this kind of shape, in my opinion. So it ends up like a 4-3-2-1 kind of formation. That would be my sort of assumption in terms of tactical setup. But likewise, it's a 4-2-3-1 formation. So yeah, this is not going to be an easy opposition. Kudus for me is a live wire, raw pace, can score all types of goals, has a great left foot on him. Paqueta is a magician on the ball, capable of producing sublime passes out of the hat. So we'll have to be very wary of him. Antonio, as long as we can bully him a little bit, we'll keep him quiet. He doesn't worry me, but it's mainly Paqueta and Kudus. I feel like are the two danger men in this West Ham team. So that's the West Ham lineup. I'm going to unshare graphic, and then I'm going to present the Liverpool team. So guys, drop a comment if you're watching at the moment, and let me know in the chat who you would like to start in this game, because there'll be a lot of debates for some of the players due to lack of form. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. So in terms of what I would like to see in the team, or what I predict will be the lineup against West Ham for Liverpool this weekend, Alisson goes in goal without any debate whatsoever. And then the back four, for me, Trent will start as a right back. Conor Bradley's not available. Gomez could be an option, but I would stick with Trent Alexander-Arnold. In this fixture, I'm actually going with Kwanzaa. I think Konate has been quite poor in recent weeks, to be fair. I feel like he might need a breather. Just take him out of the fire line right now and bring on Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was better against Everton when he came on. So I feel like maybe he can just continue his good form into this game. And alongside him will be our captain, Virgil van Dijk. And in this fixture, I'm actually giving Tsimikas a run. I think Robertson looks a bit tired, to be honest with you. He's lacked that spark in his runs and creativity. Joe Gomez is definitely an option for that left back position as well, so you could see him come in plays. But I feel like Simicast's skill set might be well suited for this game, where he can provide that width. As I mentioned, Corfa's solid right back, but having Simicast charging down the byline could add a bit of uncertainty in terms of his positioning. He'll probably feel like he needs to be pushed back and defend deep, because he'll have Simicast and he'll have the left winger troubling him on that side. So I think Simicast would add a bit of a threat down that left side, natural width as well. And for me, his delivery is going to be a key asset. He's got a fantastic cross on him. And I find this game, where West Ham could present a low block, it could be utilized to opening doors. So that's my back four. Slight rotation there. But hey, this is the only competition we're part of right now. So there's not like we're saving players for any other games. We're only playing in the Premier League right now. So in terms of my midfield three, McAllister played number 6 against Everton, also played against Fulham, but I'm going to bring Indo back to the limelight. I'm going to play him as a number 6. And then I'm going to have McAllister on the right side, number 8 role. And then this is the big one. Who starts alongside him? On paper, you probably go with Szoboszlai, because he's probably the better player out of the midfielders that we have available at the club. You can make an argument for Curtis Jones. You can make an argument for Harvey Elliott. You can make an argument for Gravenberch, who just scored the other day. For me, Szoboszlai has been in very poor form. I wouldn't start him in this fixture, if I'm being brutally honest. I'd probably bring him on as an impact sub later in the game. Same goes with Jones. Both of these players for me were ghost in the Merseyside derby, and you can't go missing in such an intense fixture. So I was quite disappointed with both of their performances. Harvey Elliott did his thing as well, but didn't have much impact. So I'd rather have him coming off the bench in this one. So I'm giving it to Gravenberch. I think Gravenberch should have started the last fixture, and he didn't even make it on the pitch, unfortunately, in the Merseyside derby. So that was, I felt bad for him, because I felt like he deserved to at least get some minutes under his belt. Just scored his first goal in the league for Liverpool. Sublime finish, and then his confidence grew after that goal as well. Played a part in that third goal where he laid it off to Gakpo, and Gakpo gave the free ball to Jota, and he smashed it in the corner. So for me, he deserves a start. So I'd play him in this game. And then in terms of up top, we'll go with the obvious. Salah starts in this one. Definitely needs to pick up his form. He was poor in the last couple of games. So yeah, need to see him do better. Make better decisions in terms of his final pass or final shot, because right now he's been very wayward with his end product. So yeah, definitely needs to improve going into his fixture. Left wing, for me, Diaz. There's no other option, to be honest with you. You could play Darwin Núñez there, but some fans like him there on the left wing. I don't like him on the left wing. I feel like he suits that role when he's off the bench, and we need to attack a tired team, if that makes sense. Not from the start, in my opinion. But for me, Diaz has been in better form recently in comparison to Núñez, and probably has been the better attacker since the turn of the year, in my opinion. So he gets the nod. Up top, who starts? Is it Gakpo or is it Darwin Núñez? So obviously Gakpo was out due to personal reasons, so he's clearly fit and ready to play in this fixture. Darwin Núñez didn't start last game, but oh my god, actually no, he did start the last game. He was awful. Let me just keep it PG. Absolutely awful. He was playing like he's playing football for the first time in his life. He didn't have a first touch, and when he did manage to control the ball, he didn't know what to do in terms of laying it off. But also when he was in front of goal, his finishing is so erratic. It's so brainless at times. And I don't want to throw digs, because then it sounds like, I've got a personal issue or an agenda against the player. I've supported the player. Whenever he's had a great performance, I've said it out loud. But for me, he's been there for 2 years now, and there's been no improvement in his overall game. His finishing, he's going to turn 25. He's not a young player. This should be a player that's playing his prime right now. So If you haven't improved your shooting at this stage of your career, I feel like this is your maximum ceiling. There is no higher ceiling for him. So what you see is what you get with Darwin Núñez. And for a club of Liverpool stature, we can't have a player where he's so unpredictable. We don't know what player's going to turn up on the pitch. We need to know that this guy is a bagsman, a gunman, however you want to phrase it. And he's lethal in front of goal. We need a finisher. And he's not that guy, unfortunately. So for me, there's question marks about his future. I would personally sell him in the summer and replace him with another striker, but we can discuss that another time in another show. But probably paints the picture in terms of who I'm going to select, and it's going to be Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo for me has been very good in the last 3 to 4 games and has picked up form. As long as he can add some goals to it, I feel like he'll definitely boost his confidence and he'll remain in the firing lineup until the end of the season, in my opinion. So this is my first 11 for Liverpool against West Ham. Drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree? If you're watching live, drop a comment now. If you're watching on replay, drop a comment. Give me your full lineup as well. It might be different to mine, might be similar. Regardless, love to hear from you guys. But yes, that is the end of the show. Not quite. I'm going to give you my score prediction. So how do I see this game ending? Based on form, you wouldn't really expect Liverpool to win, but because I think West Ham are in worse form than us, I think we're just going to edge it in this fixture. I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory to Liverpool. West Ham to score first because that's tradition. The opposition always scores first against Liverpool. So for me, for West Ham, it would be Paquetá opens the scoreline. And for Liverpool, it will be Gakpo and Gravenberch who hit the score sheet. And when Gakpo scores, I hope to see a celebration, from Bebeto. If you guys know, maybe I'm showing my age here. Bebeto did the celebration where he was like rocking the baby. So yeah, that would be good to see that kind of thing. And then Gravenberch, I feel like he will. Hopefully, he gets another go and continues to show some good form towards the end of the season. So yeah, 2-1 is my prediction. Drop a comment, let me know what your predictions are. And that's the end of the show, guys. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Next show will be tomorrow, as I'll be doing a live watch along. The stream will start at 12:20 p.m. UK time. Later in the evening, I'll do a match reaction at around 10 p.m. It will also be a calling show, guys. So if you'd like to come on and have your say, the floor is yours. And yeah, also hit that notification bell so you'll be aware of what time I go live. If there's any changes, that's the best thing to do in terms of keeping posted. Or just follow me on social media for all the latest updates. So you can follow me at OZZIE'S on Twitter/X, or you can follow me at Aussie.ftp on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and your weekend. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to speak to you all tomorrow. Goodbye.